Just a couple of minutes back on top of the Newshour, I said very clearly, why does Mohan Bhagwat make things more difficult for Narendra Modi? And we're getting breaking news on top of Newshour tonight that Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, Amit Shah present in a meeting that's happening at Nitin Gadkari's house right now. This meeting is happening primarily to look at the conversion issue, and there are senior RSS leaders present. Navika will tell us more about that. I'd like to welcome into the Newshour debate this evening Chandan Mitra, of the BJP, Member of Parliament, Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party, Sanjay Jha of the Congress, Mr. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, Kumar Ketkar, senior journalist, Jayanto Ghoshal of the Ananda Bazar Patrika group, Saba Naqvi, political editor of Outlook. Navika, what's the breaking news? Let's start with you.
Well, according to information that we've just got, top leadership of the BJP with leaders like Arun Jaitley, Amit Shah, Sushma Swaraj, Nitin Gadkari and Rajnath Singh all in a meeting at this moment at Nitin Gadkari's residence. This meeting is with the top brass of the RSS. What we do know is there is Suresh Soni who's attending that meeting from the RSS side. We're trying to get details.
So will they harden their position or soften it, Navika?
Well, the meeting, from the sense that we are getting right now from our sources, is the meeting is being held to convey the displeasure of Narendra Modi and how difficult he's found this
displeasure
entire...
with whom? With Bhagwat?
With the way utterances have gone on the issue of Hinduism and the Hindutva agenda, the conversion row, something that's paralyzed this entire session of Parliament. And that is something that the Prime Minister has been deeply disturbed by. Is this a rift between the RSS and the government? First, the government has had problems trying to control its own rank and file, whether it is Yogi Adityanath or Sakshi Maharaj. Once that message was sent across to the members of Parliament, there was a tough statement that came in from Mohan Bhagwat on Saturday, and that hasn't helped matters at all for the BJP in Parliament. And all the good work that they've done over the last 6 months has been lost because they haven't been able to pass any legislation in the Rajya Sabha.
Okay, let's debate this, right? So my first question, welcome into the debate, everyone. First question should go, no, it won't go to you, Saba. First question will go to Chandan Mitra today, because he deserves the first question to be thrown at him. And the question is this, Chandan Mitra. Why is Mohan Bhagwat making things difficult for Narendra Modi?
Now, that's your perception of things. But to answer this, you should have had an RSS spokesperson here. I don't speak for Mohan Bhagwat. I don't speak for the RSS. So I cannot answer this question.
Do you agree with Mohan Bhagwat's view? Would you agree with Mohan Bhagwat's view?
No, that's... It is an RSS view. It is not a question of agreeing or disagreeing.
But does the BJP agree or disagree with Mohan Bhagwat's view?
About the BJP. No, BJP has
does the BJP agree with the view?
There is nothing. No. How can I say? I am not the top leader of the BJP. You have to ask the top leadership of the BJP. There is no view in this matter.
But then the top leader of the BJP, the Prime Minister, is not speaking in Parliament on this.
Everybody has a right to speak. People have spoken a lot of things here and there from one side and the other side, and therefore there is no reason for the BJP to come into this debate.
So you know what, Dr. Chandan Mitra, I won't. At this stage, I know that if I say that you are dodging it, you'll say, Arnab, don't pass your judgment, you're being unfair. But I'll let the counter side coming, and Sanjay Jha raised his hand. By the way, it's going to be an open debate after that. Sanjay Jha, go ahead.
Yeah, Arnab, the first fact is that Mr. Modi is himself a former RSS pracharak. So we all know where his sympathies lie, what his heart really beats for. The second point is, look at some of the decisions he's taken since becoming the Prime Minister. Look at the Chief Minister of Haryana, look at the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, two states that BJP won, and you have both Mr. Fadnavis as well as Mr. Khattar, who are former RSS members. So what are you getting here? A clear message that the RSS has got a very singular stranglehold on this government. I remember when the BJP won the elections in May, amongst the first people that Mr. Modi and Mr. Rajnath Singh met was the RSS chief, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat. And last but not the least, and I want to make this point because it's very relevant, I will remind you of those famous words of Mr. Modi. Hum panch, hamare 25. What did that say? That was a typical devious propaganda playing on this exaggerated, misleading campaign which is done by the BJP and the RSS on Muslim population. So today when you're talking of reconversion, Arnab, how can Mr. Modi be against it? Mr. Modi is probably for it. There's a tacit endorsement of Mr. Modi for what is going on in the comments of the BJP and the RSS.
Make it brief, Sanjay. Make it brief. No, 1 second. Gaurav, before you come in, I think, with the greatest of respect, The question must be asked. Chandan Mitra must, Chandan Mitra must think about it. That why was the Modi government sworn in? Was the Modi government voted in to start a reconversion Ghar Wapsi campaign, Chandan Mitra? Or was the Modi government voted in for development? Did you get voted in saying hum Ghar Wapsi karayenge ki hum vikas karayenge? Now you're trying to delink the two. But this parliament session, this parliament session is making it clear.
This is absolutely improper and incorrect, Arnab. This is absolutely improper and incorrect.
I don't understand what's improper or incorrect.
BJP has nothing to do with this. BJP has nothing to do.
Sir, the RSS is not a fringe group.
The BJP president, Mr. Amit Shah, let me complete, has made it clear that the party's agenda is development and development alone. He made it clear in Chennai yesterday.
Sir, do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree?
There's no question.
With the RSS?
The BJP... No, that...
You say so, you disagree.
Yogi Adityanath does not agree with that.
Party does not have a view on this matter. It is not the party's concern.
How can the ruling party of India not have a view on the how can the ruling party of India not have a view on the biggest political controversy of the moment, on which the entire parliament session has been washed out? How can the BJP say we don't have a view on it? Do you agree or disagree that Hindus who converted were robbed, tempted or cheated?
Arnab, the Prime Minister, Arnab, if you will kindly allow, please. The Prime Minister made it plain on the floor of the House that he had used very strong language against his own MPs and urged them to exercise restraint.
Sir,
he said it at the BJP Parliamentary Party meeting in which I was present.
No, I'm sure you'll agree with me. Okay, it's a debate. Gaurav Bhatia wants to take it, then I come to the panel. No, my question is, I'm sure you'll agree with me, and actually Gaurav Bhatia will respond to that Mohan Bhagwat is slightly more important than that Sadhvi Niranjan, or that Mohan Bhagwat is slightly more important than Yogi Adityanath and perhaps in a greater position to influence.
That is the point.
Right.
Mohan Bhagwat
Arnab,
is very important, and that is why none of his statements have been condemned or countered. Now, Mr. Yogi Adityanath is also important, and that is why his statements have never been condemned. And the problem here is, I would go on a slightly different point, that it is not the antecedents that are worrying us. Say a person was an RSS pracharak, fine, no problem. But once he takes oath under the Constitution, then he has to be guided by the Constitution. The ideology of the Constitution is secularism. The ideology of the RSS is Hindu Rashtra. Both can't coexist. And today the nation is waiting to hear from the Prime Minister. Does he believe in the Constitution of India which talks about secularism? Or he is endorsing the ideology of a Hindu Rashtra which is divisive, which is communal? And so far, the Prime Minister has been silent on this. And today everyone feels that the
Prime Minister has spoken, he came to Parliament, he made his position clear,
the government,
and if there has been any violation of the law,
he has a right to. Gaurav, I'm allowing rebuts. Gaurav, I'm allowing rebuts in the interest of the debate, and Chandan Mitra is rebutting you.
I'm trying to remind Mr. Gaurav Bhatia that, he seems to have forgotten that in the state of Uttar Pradesh, his party is ruling. Although what kind of rule, that's another matter. But anyway, his party is ruling. If they find a problem, let them take up the matter and treat it as a law and order problem. Why don't you do that? Instead of all this kind of convoluted argument,
do you want to replicate?
Absolutely.
Do you idolize the Samajwadi Party?
To say Prime Minister has not spoken, Prime Minister came to
is not about the Samajwadi
Prime
Party.
Minister made his position very
but I
clear.
have to remind you that today's discussion is about the central government and the failures of central government. The communal politics that the BJP leaders are doing.
But
the communal
state
outfits
also
like
the government.
RSS.
And the alleged violation has taken place in Agra. Agra, which I presume is in UP.
Agra,
and therefore under your rule.
The state
Agra is, I presume, is in UP and therefore under your rule.
But who is behind these conversions?
Chandan Mitra, the reason... No, Chandan Mitra, may I please, gentlemen, may I intervene? I haven't even been to the panelists or in the studio yet. I'd like to just submit to everyone today that tonight the situation is a little bit even more complicated and serious than it was 4 or 5 days back. And the reason for this is the RSS is not a mythical organization. The RSS exists in our political space. The RSS wields political control. The RSS influences appointments in the government. RSS pracharaks are ministers and RSS pracharaks are running the ruling party of this country.
Arnab,
So we cannot build this. We cannot build this construct where we say the RSS. No, one second, Gaurav. We can't say the RSS view is not important. And what is important? I'd like to open up to the panelists here in the debate, please. The RSS view today has completely contradicted the official line of the government. Chandan Mitra, the RSS view has completely contradicted the official line of the government. And that's why it's being said the Prime Minister of India ought to make a statement on which side he stands on.
That's what I'm saying. RSS and BJP are separate organizations.
Where does the government stand on it?
We are separate organizations.
The BJP government is kneeling before the RSS and is taking diktats from the RSS.
RSS and BJP are two sides of the same coin, Arnab.
Do you agree or disagree?
On that. They are two sides of the same coin.
1 second. I'm taking the debate among our panelists. Sanjay, a minute. Saba. And by the way, we open it up after this.
First of all, managing the RSS even for Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a challenge. But
That's
if Mr.
true.
Modi, the way this session has gone and the way Mr. Modi has not spoken adequately against them or given enough gestures, he's actually showing himself at this point more helpless than Mr. Vajpayee, who ran a coalition. Mr. Modi has a majority government. Surely he can call the shots if he wants to.
He's not helpless.
And what is
not like that.
No, let me
It's not
finish.
like that. He is
Let me
in full
finish.
control.
Let me
Narendra
finish.
Modi is in full control of the
No, let
situation.
me finish what
and
I'm
he
saying.
takes lessons from RSS.
No, what's it? He
Can
gets
I
a sense
finish what
from
I'm
us.
saying? No, and
control.
Arnab, the most important thing is whether Mr. Modi and all are going and meeting the RSS chief or not is not relevant. This is something where what they decide privately, whether they're going to promote a Hindu Rashtra or whether they're going to give an appearance of not promoting a Hindu Rashtra. The point is, this is a public issue. They have to come out clearly on an issue which is at the heart of our constitutional
Chandan
rights.
Mitra's argument was, and Jayanto Ghoshal, I'm coming to you, and Chandan Mitra's argument is the Prime Minister does not need to make a comment on this issue because the RSS is not a political organization.
Simply because I
you
think
can respond to Chandan.
all of them must remember history that in 1979 when BJP leaders were asked, at that time there was no BJP, it was Jansangh leader, part of Janata Party, when they were asked, what is your relationship with RSS? Are you ready to break the relationship with RSS? All of them refused, including Mr. Advani. And on that issue, broke the party. So the question of Jansangh RSS or BJP RSS relationship is fundamental when it comes to
Is
BJP
it
in power.
necessary? My question is
I
it
want to say
necessary?
something.
Jayanto, my question is it necessary for the Prime Minister of India to comment on every comment? You see, what is the defense of the BJP? The Prime Minister of India does not need to respond to every comment of the RSS.
This is not every comment. This is a regular campaign. But this is not every comment.
Number one, that Mr. Modi, we should be very unfair to Mr. Modi if we say that RSS and Mr. Modi today are actually completely, it's a two-in-one. You know, the discontent of Narendra Modi over this RSS issue, maybe he doesn't express now the plan A is how to handle RSS. Plan B can be the reaction, but plan A should be...
Is there tension between the RSS and there tension between the RSS and the government?
No, because how can Mr. Modi be happy person if he cannot pass the insurance bill, he cannot pass today a Lokayuk bill also has gone to the standing committee. Can be Prime Minister be a happy person today? So you know, in Lucknow, the RSS meeting took place and RSS took a decision that for the coming 4 years, 5 years, it will be kept in abeyance, all these major issues, their agendas for the governance. So what is the priority of Mr. Modi? The governance, the policy implementation and the bills and not this conversion issue. So it's a trajectory. The problem is a story of trajectory. RSS, VHP and BJP.
So my point was, and I'll go back to our panelists. I think Gaurav Bhatia wants to come back to the debate. I'm coming back to you. But viewers are asking today, Chandan Mitra. Gaurav, I'll come to you, but Chandan Mitra must answer. Chandan Mitra, my question is again to you. Has the president of the principal party in power contradicted Mohan Bhagwat? The answer is no. Has the Prime Minister of the country contradicted Mohan Bhagwat? The answer is no. Has the government in power, Chandan Mitra, contradicted Mohan Bhagwat? The answer is no. So are we to assume that the Prime Minister, the President and the government of India agree with Mohan Bhagwat? Because, or are you saying it's not worth commenting on at all?
Arnab, you yourself just now very rightly said that the Prime Minister does not have to react to everything, each and everything.
No, I said that's your argument.
They are a separate organization. They are a separate organization with a separate agenda, a separate membership and a program, and therefore the Prime Minister does not have to react to everything.
No,
and that's nothing to do with the RSS. If there is a law of the land is violated, governments must take action, whereas Mr. Gaurav Bhatia is happily pretending that his party does not rule UP and therefore he has nothing to do with all this.
So why are we talking about UP?
This
Why
is
don't you
total hypocrisy and the attempt to derail economic progress in the country. The whole country is watching. Whole country is watching how they derail the insurance bill, how they are trying to derail every piece of legislation.
Quick points, Arnab, if
Is
you
it,
allow me to.
one second. Sir, with respect, if you are so concerned about the economy of the country, then
The
you should
FDI
go
insurance
across to
for
the
several
RSS
years as well. And
You should
Arnab, can I
rein
just
them
make
in
one quick point?
and tell them that what you are doing is coming in the way of governance.
Because this was not the issue. Let me tell you that if this conversion issue was not there, it would have had to be invented by the Congress, the Samajwadis and the other disruptionist forces. Because they want to
Chandan Mitra, Chandan Mitra, are you saying Chandan Mitra?
I'm sorry, Arnab, can I respond to Mr. Mitra?
Are you saying
Can I
Sonia
respond to
Gandhi
Mr. Mitra?
are you saying Sonia Gandhi and Mulayam Singh Yadav are telling Mohan Bhagwat to say what he did? Are you saying that Praveen Togadia is taking instructions from Nitish Kumar? Or are you actually suggesting it's opposition conspiracy against your government and Mohan Bhagwat is only the missile?
Allow me some time.
No, Chandan Mitra,
Your reductio ad absurdum logic doesn't work. But the fact is that the common agenda between the Samajwadi, Congress, Trinamool and all these disruptionist forces is that how to derail the government.
So
how to derail the government, how to stop the economy, how to prevent the insurance bill from getting passed.
We'll take the political counters. And
create a deadlock.
Gaurav Bhatia, make it brief. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Arnab, I would like to say this, that issue of secularism is fundamental to the constitution and to the country. And on this issue, without wasting any time, the Prime Minister should have spoken. And since he is silent, the country is suffering. As for derailment from the agenda of development, if anyone is to be blamed, then it is Yogi Adityanath, Giriraj Singh, Sangeet Som, Mohan Bhagwat, Togadia and all these people. It is not the opposition. And it is most unfortunate that Mr. Chandan Mitra is trying to pass the buck to the state government without knowing that in the Agra incident arrest was made. In Bahrain, where Hindus were converted to Christianity,
Gaurav Bhatia, 1 minute. Gaurav Bhatia, I have a report. 1 second. One simple counter to you. Gaurav, I just want to be sure. Mr.
When the law is violated,
you
cannot expect action just because somebody says something.
Who is violating the law?
That is not a violation.
Today, the member of parliament, today the BJP MPs are violating the law with impunity, and that is so unfortunate. The member of parliaments of BJP are violating the law. The ministers are violating the law from BJP. We have never seen this. This has never been heard before. That a person who should have allegiance to the constitution has started violating the constitution.